Hi guys, let's ignore the fact that I've lost all my works in progress and I'm having a miniature meltdown, panic attack in the leg because of one of my main works on that. I've lost for the second time and my mind's telling me, not my mind, but my OCD and ADHD is telling me to fuck it. Like, literally, it's telling me not to fucking touch anything related right now, but I can't. So I feel like I'm going insane. Because the book that I was mainly working on was a book called 12 Kingdoms. 12 Kingdoms I lost during a move. It was in a notebook just like this, except if you turned it this way, it was thicker. If you can tell, just like this, it's like gone in this one. This one's flatter than this one. Don't know if you could tell, but it was thicker, and there's glued flashcards in that one. I can't find it. And it's like, okay, if I find it, I'll just correct what I can and put what I on there. But right now, there's other books that it's like, I just made folders because they wouldn't leave me alone. And this one needed to haunt me, alright? It just needs to. Not because it's like the ghost of the past that you can't create. It's just one of those, hello, I'm here. Do you still love me? Type of haunts. Because of that, I am working on, right now, technically, 2 very different things. See here, that are in these 2 notebooks. My fairy book, which, thank God I was able to find the list of fairies. Thank you, NaNoWriMo. And this one, it's going to be some sort of magic system that has a familiar, a stone, like everyone's assigned a stone, and a Grimoire that has a basic for their magic. For example, the 2 characters that are in here is Peter, the basic, is the info is Peter magic, and this one has flower magic. Now, they're like a base, or an attribute of it. This one here, my fairy book, is just a small description of certain races or mythological creatures. Been a violet light. And it's like, which leads me to the conclusion that I either try to find the background info first, like everything I might need, like first. 12 Kingdoms went the same way with, the idea was there being 12 kingdoms, based on the Chinese zodiac, and the mythological creature, which is a Karen or a Quallen. In my book, there are 2 different creatures, but in mythology, the difference is if one came from China or if they came from Japan or not. And they would find the next ruler for their king, for each, in whichever kingdom they were assigned. And there's supposed to be advisors, I haven't really figured out the role, but the other half of the game. But it led me to realize that, for me at least, it's either I do get like all the background or the stuff that I need for the setting first, like all this info minus characters for me to realize how the hell my world works. Fairy Kingdom. Well, my favorite book is an example of this. Before I go on to the characters, well, I might get like an idea for the characters, I'll work single-handedly on this, on like the background info, and then I'll go into the characters. Or I start with characters and then go from there. Like, I have no clue what the hell this is. None whatsoever. I've had this for a while. Like, when was this made? I don't know. I don't know, but it's been through hell. Okay, I have no idea. But this one's a really old notebook that I'm using, finally. That's going to probably be all characters. Like, all characters. Just to get there. And then I'll go into like the info and try to flesh out the world and like, or I go and do this. The one time I tried to do both at once, and it was like, I got to the point where it was drafting. It was a complete mess. And that was, and I'm holding all these upside down, my Res Kiss, which is this pile here. Mythological creatures, I mean, give it up for high school me. I was ambitious because this has symbolization, like where the noble houses were based off of colors and gemstones and metals. Precious stones and metals. Colored precious stones, metals, and there was a class system on that. Think of modern day England. Is somewhere in that, but more fantasy-like. And this thing had both unicorns, dragons, and apparently wolves. I feel like I went into some Dungeons and Dragons stuff there. But let's see here. But it's like I'm missing like most of this info. But it's like I see middle school me gave myself both chaos and a good groundwork to work on that. This isn't going away. Because I know for a fact that I both love and hate my past self, because I know for a fact if I didn't have this, I would know for a fact that if I ever tried to made it now, it wouldn't become as nice as it could be. So, these are the 3 things I'm working on. But, as I was going on, tangent aside, the only time I was able to work on both background info and characters. I might have to make a binder, or I believe someone made a series binder, or a series Bible. I might have to do that for Res Kiss and 12 Kingdoms, and I hope we still have a shit ton of binders. Or it's like backgrounds, then characters, or characters, and then we'll see what the fuck happens. So, when it comes to you and you writing, when it comes to your writing process, I should say. Where do you start? Where's the snowball? Is it in your background info? World building info? Your characters? Or are you an idea and you just see where it takes you? Where it's like the background, let's work on the world first and see what this world is, and then we'll throw characters in there and see how the hell they react. 12 Kingdoms. By a lot. That was 12 Kingdoms. Or are you more of a, okay, I have a bunch of people like talking in my head like I'm insane. Let's put them in a book, and then let's make a world around this. I don't know if this one's ever going to make the light of day. I know these two are. So what was 5 is now 3. But hopefully in this chaotic ramble you got something. Bye.